So today we're going to interview Varun. Varun is our Alpha Batch student who recently got selected into a Japanese firm which is NTT Technocross. As a software engineer, जब भी हम चाहते हैं कि हम करियर के अंदर कुछ ग्रोथ लें या फिर अपने सैलरी प्रोग्रेशंस के बारे में सोचें, तो one potential option for us is that we look out for opportunities in other countries where the average packages are generally higher as compared to India. तो ऐसे केसेस में जापान is also another country जहां पर हम अपनी potential opportunities को ढूंढ सकते हैं. Basically, Japan has recently announced that they have a shortage of software developers. तो जापान की जो Ministry of Economy, Trade एंड इंडस्ट्री है विच इज मेटी, देव रिसेंटली अनाउंस कि 2025 के अंदर जापान के अंदर 3.5 लाख इंजीनियर्स का, सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर्स का शॉर्टेज है एंड बाय 2030 दिस नंबर मे राइज अप टू 4.5 लाख सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर्स. तो ऐसे केसेस में इफ वी आर अ स्किल सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर और सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर, वी कैन अप्लाई फॉर दोज अपॉर्चुनिटीज और एटलीस्ट वी शुड बी अवेयर अबाउट दोज अपॉर्चुनिटीज दैट दीज आर द काइंड्स ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन अदर कंट्रीज दैट एग्जिस्ट. अब जनरली व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट अ कंट्री लाइक जापान, देयर इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू बी अ लैंग्वेज बैरियर, बट ऐसा नहीं है कि जापान के अंदर अपॉर्चुनिटीज ढूंढने के लिए हमें जापानीज कंपल्सरीली सीखनी पड़ेंगी. अगर हम इंग्लिश के अंदर भी प्रोफिशिएंट हैं तो काफ़ी सारी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं जो हम ढूंढ सकते हैं जाकर, बट डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी मोर अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ एंड बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आउट देयर इफ यू ऑल्सो टेक आउट सम टाइम टू लर्न जापानीज. सो दिस इज जस्ट अ स्मॉल पीस ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन दैट आई वांटेड टू शेयर विद यू एंड आई होप कि ये हमारे करियर के अंदर हमें कहीं ना कहीं हेल्प कर रहा होगा. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द सेशन.
I did not have very fancy projects. No, I had projects that delivered real life value. I decided कि भाई 3 से 4 महीने के लिए अच्छे से बैठते हैं और पढ़ते हैं. Like I said, मैं नोट्स वगैरह बना रहा था. I used to attend your every session. जैसे आपने एक बार एडवाइस भी दी थी नोट्स बनाने पे कि क्वेश्चंस लिखते थे, उसका एक रफ कोड बनाना, सूडो कोड लिखना, उसका एक रफ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना. Japan में people are really too kind, too good. They take care of you a lot. I don't regret my journey at all. I say that it would have been better if I chose computer science, but I also value the experiences that I already had till now. So I needed to study them from outside the course structure. और उसके लिए अलग से टाइम निकालना पड़ता था. But yes, so ये इसमें बहुत प्रॉब्लम तो आती ही थी.
So, सबसे पहले Varun, tell us about yourself.
So, hello, my name is Varun Saxena. I am currently a final year student pursuing chemical engineering at IIT Guwahati, and I am from Mumbai. And previously, I have interned at NTT Technocross in Tokyo, Japan. I took the course Alpha 2.0 to study DSA, and eventually I was selected for giving PPO. I was offered a PPO.
Okay. So Varun, let's start by getting to know about your B.Tech journey. Tell us about your B.Tech journey. How did it start? What did you study in your first year, second year, third year, fourth year?
Okay. I have to give some context. From the start only, I was quite interested in web development. Like, जब हम 9th-10th में थे, we used to go to computer labs, and I used to act cool by adding HTML tags कि center कर दिया. These things are moving. So from the starting only, I was quite interested कि web development तो करना ही है. But when I came to college, there was one thing कि सब DSA करते हैं, and eventually a majority of people select C++ as their language, starting language. But when I came, we started with C as a generic course in our college.
Yes.
But I wasn't able to perform well in that. Maybe I was not confident enough to ask questions in front of two smart people around me, maybe any reason. But that gave me some kind of ऐसे डर कि यार C++ so थोड़ा सा दूर रहना है. But then I was connected to Aman Datarwal Bhaiya, also to you, and I saw like they are teaching us DSA using Java. So it's a very dumb reason to choose Java, but that was my starting point of choosing Java as a starting language. So I started studying Java through your channel, and this was the first year.
Okay, this happened in first year.
Yes, this happened in first year, and I was also kind of person. I was like, I have to explore everything. So in the second year, I also took part in consulting club where I made reports about SaaS industry, guesstimates and everything. I was also a part of finance club. where I was also making portfolio for India's only student-run mutual fund from a technical institute. So yes, and side by side, I was also making websites for various fests in our college. In our IIT Guwahati has so many fests going on around the year. So as I initially took a web development course, so I was from the starting only involved at some development here and there.
Hmm.
So yeah, this was going on, and then eventually in my third year, starting like second year ending, I decided कि नहीं, it's too late. I have to decide भाई ऐसे थोड़ा ना चलेगा. Intern चाहिए, intern लगवानी है, and placement भी चाहिए अच्छी. So I just decided कि नहीं, I have to go with it, web development and tech. I like this stuff. So I started. I took the course of yours, Alpha 2.0. I would not say I did a lot of DSA,
Hmm.
but I did focused 3 or 4 months DSA.
Hmm.
Uh, yes. And side by side, I was also getting involved in web development at college level. Like we have sports fest in our college called Spirit,
Hmm.
in which thousands of uh, sportsmen participate.
Hmm.
So yeah, I was the web operations head of that thing. So yeah, I got to interact with a lot of people. I had my juniors in my team,
Hmm.
my core team members. I used to interact with marketing team, PR branding team, design team. So it also gave me a lot of perspective कि, and that मतलब मेरा interest उस side ज़्यादा था as compared to DSA.
Hmm.
But before the internship season, I decided कि नहीं, okay, now let's focus fully on DSA. So yes, at that time, I properly sat down. I attended like most probably all of your sessions, especially live sessions. I used to make all these notes. This full copy is full of notes. So yeah, I and also yes, I have a very good friend circle. Some of them are uh, at some of them are doing very good research. Some of them are good at web development at very next level. They have been working for 2 startups lately. Some of them are at very high rankings at code forces and everything. So there was kind of motivation from me. From I was lucky enough कि मेरे पास ऐसे दोस्त थे. आई हैड सर्कल्स कि जहाँ पे ऐसे इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस हम आपस में डिस्कस करते रहते थे this is important, you must learn this. There was always a healthy competition.
Hmm.
So by this way, eventually, yes, our company came. I was always interested in going to Japan. Yes, that was also kind of motivation. That's why I applied to it. Yes, that company came and I applied to it, and yes, I got selected. Yes.
Okay.
I'll tell you ahead also what role Java played in getting selected in that letter. Yes.
Okay.
I will.
So the company came in third year. Tell us more about this company and what the interview process was like. How many rounds were there and what was asked in each round?
Yes. So basically, this company, entity Technocross, this itself did not come to the college.
Hmm.
There is a company called Billings. Billings came to our college to recruit SDE interns.
Hmm.
Basically, it's a middleman where a lot of Japanese companies can enroll and they can hire students. So basically, they take the tests and everything,
Hmm.
and they give a set of people. You can interview them for the further process. So Billings came to our college.
Hmm.
And yes, can you repeat the questions?
So what was the interview process like and how many rounds were there? What was asked in each round?
Yes, sorry. So first, there was a screening round where they would ask some general behavioral questions, some 10 to 15, asking about leadership qualities, are you a responsibility taker or not, some situation-based questions
Okay.
that I cleared. Yes, and then there was a proper tech-based test about 2 hours long.
Hmm.
I would generally in our campus, I would say other tech companies ask a lot of difficult questions, really difficult questions.
Hmm.
But there is a trend that Japanese companies generally ask relatively simpler questions, not that tough questions as compared to like other tech. Indian companies. So yeah, it was more focused on, I would say, time constraint, like who would solve it faster, I would say. So the first round consisted of 30 to 40 questions of aptitude based.
Hmm.
Like aptitude based, it included numerical reasoning, logical reasoning, brain teasers, puzzles,
Hmm.
all these kinds of questions that would like really consume your mind. And then there was immediately a second round where there were like almost half, like 20 questions based on these reasoning questions again.
Hmm.
And the other half consisted of SQL queries,
Okay.
which where we have to write SQL queries. And it included basic questions like uh, finding out the duplicate data if any is present,
Hmm.
and basic joins questions and basic CRUD operations questions.
Hmm.
But yeah, it involved that we have to solve it fast.
Hmm.
So yeah, this was the second round, and the third part of the test included DSA questions.
Hmm.
First was a, I would say, easy binary search based question where they asked that there's a sorted array. We
Hmm.
need to find the starting index and ending index of our targeted value if it is present, and we have to return that. It was this question, binary search based question.
Hmm.
And second question was really good. It was Huffman encoder decoder question.
Hmm.
I would say like I give a lot of लाइक मैं अपने फ्रेंड्स को बहुत ज्यादा मैं खुश हूँ उनको लेकर के बिकॉज वी डिस्कस दिस क्वेश्चन फ्यू डेज अगो लाइक इट्स अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन दिस इन्वॉल्व्स लाइक प्रायोरिटी क्यूज
Hmm.
it involves binary trees and everything. So yeah, it involves like data compression without any data loss. So
Hmm.
yeah, so it was a very good question, and I was lucky enough that this question came, and I was like very fast in coding it. So yes, this way, this was all the tech questions that were asked. Should I also now tell the HR part?
Yes, yes. So the first round was a screening round, kind of like behavioral round. Second round was an entire 2 hours test, including SQL queries, aptitude questions, as well as DSA questions. So would you describe the aptitude questions as medium level or hard level or easy level, and just the difficulty was the time constraint?
Okay. They were not they were not too easy. They were medium level. Like if there is some arithmetic problems, like some basic addition subtraction also, then this would consume your time. You have to give your effort. Like there were some obviously some basic level questions like mirror image and all those questions. But like there were especially some data based interpretation questions, like they have given some graph, there is some percentage allotted to each sector.
Hmm.
Now you have to tell कि भाई इस year से इस year तक क्या हुआ था.
Hmm.
Like these were the type of questions. So yeah, this I would not say we would be able to solve it too fast, but yeah, we need to give time to each question. I would say not, it was not too easy. Just जल्दी जल्दी टिक कर रहे हैं आगे बढ़ रहे हैं.
ठीक है. And tell us about the third round, which was HR.
Okay. Then we had two HR rounds after this.
Hmm.
Firstly, was conducted by the Willings company that I was talking about, the middleman company itself. They asked such questions ki, well, they were trying to ask ki if I'm interested in coming to Japan or not. It was the basic thing. They wanted to like know ki, am I interested in coming to Japan also or not. So they asked me few questions related to Japan, and about very basic questions about what I have done in my tech journey,
Hmm.
uh, and all these questions. But yeah, why do I want to come to Japan, and am I studying Japanese or not? It's like such type of questions. They were what I have concluded at that they were basically asking, am I interested in coming to Japan or not? So yeah, this was the second round. It was a very short 10 to 15 minutes round. And then there was a next round, the final round with the company,
Hmm.
where I also made a presentation showcasing what all work I have done before
Hmm.
and everything. So in that round, many companies officials came, they sat down. I showed them my projects and my previous experiences. So yeah, they were quite impressed by that also. I explained them what all I did in that internship. Also, then in the next slide, I also explained them about the role I played as web operations head in my that sports fest in our college, Spirit IIT. There I explained what all impact I made,
Hmm.
about what role I played in backend, how did I deploy not very technical,
Hmm.
but from uh, from outer view. And I told them about how I managed people and how did I take everyone together,
Hmm.
how did I retain the team members, and these kind of questions so that they can assess my uh, personality. And and then, yes, they also asked me very specific questions कि भाई तुम ये बताओ कि तुम्हें exactly जाना कहाँ है जापान में when you come to Japan. They were also trying to ask me like if I have researched enough or do I have interest enough. So yes, I had already researched about it. I wanted to travel to Mount Fuji for trekking. So yeah, they were very happy about it. And also they asked some food related specific questions like what food do you want to eat.
Hmm.
So these were the questions. So yeah, and yes, there were some technical questions about the project. Why did you use this tech, this tech stack, and why not this? But it was mainly about. There were many officials. Each of them had their individual questions. Some about tech, some about accessing my personality. So yeah, this was about the tech and the HR part.
Okay. So, can you give us an idea about how many students applied for the opportunity and how many got shortlisted for each subsequent round?
Okay, so probably I think 250 to 300 people in our college probably applied for it.
Hmm.
And then eventually the people shortlisted to apply in the Willings portal
Hmm.
were about 14 to 15.
Okay.
14 to 15 people. And actually, when various companies came to the Willings platform,
Hmm.
uh, the entity Technocross mentioned a position that
Hmm.
required Java as development part. And
Okay.
as I said, there is a I don't know why, but most people in our college use C++ because
Hmm.
it's a good it will help us in DSA also and some
Hmm.
quant related stuff also. So yeah, So yeah, I was lucky enough कि there were not too many people so to compete with when we were talking about Java
Hmm.
because I had good projects also. I had done a internship also using that Spring Boot microservices that I made. So
Hmm.
yeah, I was able to clear it quite easily. I would say I did not face any competition as such. I feel.
Okay. And at the end, how many people got shortlisted for the opportunity?
From our college, total two people went through Willings.
Total two
Me and
people.
another person. Yes, two people.
No, you said total like it's a very big number, but two people is
Oh,
just
sorry. अच्छा नहीं sorry.
ठीक है. Also, was there an initial CGPA cutoff when students were asked to apply?
Yes, the CPI cutoff was 6.5.
Okay.
6.5, I
And
would
what
say.
was your
This
CGPA?
co- my CPI is 7.5. At that time, I was 7.5. Now it's 7.79. Okay.
Okay. So you are currently in your fourth year.
No, at that time it was third year start.
No, that time you were in third year. Now you're in fourth year, or are you still in
Yes.
third year?
Now I'm in fourth year.
Now you're in fourth year. You have already done the internship.
Yes.
So how
Yes,
was
I've done the internship.
so did you go to Japan or did you do it remotely?
No, I went to Japan, Tokyo. It was headquarters where I was posted. There
Hmm.
were other three students also from various other IITs
Hmm.
that were selected for the same opportunity, but they were in some other office, and I was put in the main headquarters office. So yeah, I went to Japan. I experienced everything. It's a beautiful country. Yes.
So tell us more about what you feel is the difference between the work culture in IT in India as compared to the work culture in Japan.
I would say, firstly, I would want to talk about Japan.
Hmm.
So Japan में people are really too kind, too good. Like they take care of you a lot. Like if, for example, for context, I may tell like my boss, like he wanted to talk to me in English, but was not too comfortable in it. So he himself started taking English classes on weekends instead of forcing me to like learn Japanese and everything. Like people are too kind over there. So yeah, uh, and they are too hardworking, I would say. The people are too hardworking. In my company, I did not felt like it's a toxic work environment at all. We would have good meetings and yeah, मतलब काफी टाइम मिलता था एंड दे वुड इंश्योर कि आई लीव द ऑफिस ऑन टाइम कि ये नहीं ये ज्यादा देर नहीं बैठेगा ही हैज टू लीव ऑन टाइम सो दैट ही experiences Japan and everything. So yeah, in that sense, I would say I have really no complaints about Japan at all. Like I don't have a single bad experience of that place. So yeah, and comparing to India, I cannot really tell because I don't have a direct as such working experience.
So, did you end up learning Japanese?
Yes, I learned some Japanese because they made us join a Japanese school before coming to the internship for 10 to 15 days.